Good morning. It is 6:45 in the morning. I've been up since 6 because I am off to Revesby, which is just north of Boston and Lincolnshire, for my first 10k trail race of the year. Why Boston? I was looking for some events. It was one of the only ones on this weekend. I thought it was a lot closer than it was. I thought it was an hour and a half journey. Turns out it's 2.5 hours and I have to be there by 10:15. So off to a winner straight away. So I'm all checked in. There's a lot of events going on today. So there's a 5k race starting off later today. There's a 10k tab, the 10k race that I'm in. That's got about 180 odd people. Then there is a half marathon, and there is also a race that's been going on since 8, where you, in a team of 4, do 5k loops starting at 50 minutes, and then if you make it all the way to the 10th lap, you have to get round in 20. So yeah, sod that. I tell you what, it's lovely being back in a race village. Just the atmosphere, the people, nerding up a little bit. So there already been a couple of people who've seen me the Arctic Fit vest, so I got chatting to them to see what their thoughts on it were. I've seen a couple of guys with the U2 best, hydration vest on as well, so I've been chatting to them. And if you want to know my thoughts, I've got 2 videos up. Yeah, got chatting to a guy who was asking about my footwear, like what I think of the Salomons. So we had a nerdy chat about footwear for a bit. It is just lovely being back. Plan for today, there's 14 people in my age category, the 40 to 44. So I'm hopefully looking to finish around mid-table. We'll see how we go. If they're all absolute ninjas, then I'll just get them reported for performance enhancing drugs. Again, over 180 people, so if I can finish in like the top 100, that'd be great. But I'm looking at about an hour to an hour 10 today, I reckon. Just got to pace it, get confidence back in my ankle. But yeah, it is amazing to be back doing an event. I didn't think I'd get here, to be honest, after the months of recovery on the ankle. Fingers crossed it all holds up. Day done, race done. I will do a proper synopsis later on once I've got home, showered, relaxed. But that was an awesome day out. Really good crowd, really lovely route. And without wanting to put too many spoilers in, I said earlier this morning that I was looking at running kind of an hour to an hour 10. Absolutely aced that time. Placed fairly highly in the field as well. So yeah, loved it. Ankle tweak count, I think it was 11 or 12 tweaks in the end. Only 2 of them are painful, but I am far more confident in my ankle. The only thing I need to work on is my CV now. That's definitely somewhere I can definitely feel I've lost that over the last few months. But yeah, phenomenal day out. Glad to be back into it. Only thing that takes the gloss off a little bit is a 2.5 hour drive back, but I'm really glad I got out here today. So after a brisk 2.5 hour drive back, a shower, some food and a restorative coffee, here I am with my first running medal for 2025. Awesome day, but before I go into summing it all up, let's have a quick look at the stats. A breezy 41st out of 179 runners with a 53:18 run time. The guy who came first was 14 minutes ahead of me, so what an effort there. But actually, looking at that, not too bad, and I managed to finish 7th out of 14 in my age category as well. Typical split times from Greg, too fast, got slower, but finished hard. So it's fair to say at the start line I felt quite positive. Whilst I was a little bit anxious about how my ankle would deal with the undulating ground, I felt prepared. Bearing in mind, up until this stage, I've done a couple of 5k runs, a sprint session and a 10k steady state run. So I had no real idea where my time was going to come in. I was guessing around an hour to an hour 10, and I would have been really happy with that as a first trail run for the year. I set up a little bit too quick, but I had put myself near the back. It's just a case of the people in front of me, no fault of their own, no insult intended to them, but a lot of them were just setting off at a far slower pace than I wanted to manage. And I just got sucked into running next to a guy. We were chatting along the way. And it was only when we got to about the K mark that suddenly I realised, oh, crikey, I'm already running really low fives when I should be looking closer to the 6 minute mark. And when I spoke to him, he was actually looking at running a 15-minute race. So straight away, I knew just to put the brakes on a little bit, chill out. Didn't quite happen on that second K. I was still running quite fast compared to where I needed to go. But again, I was feeling pretty fresh, and whilst I had it in the back of my mind that future Greg was going to hate me around the 6-7K mark, I just thought, you know what, if I can just breeze these few bits where it's on concrete and tarmac, it's not particularly hilly, it's just nice and flat. Let's just take advantage of it. I'm able to talk comfortably, so I'm not doing too badly. And I knew from doing my run around base last week that I could maintain a 6-minute-ish kilometre pace even when I was feeling slightly tired. And to be fair, up until about 5K, I didn't feel too bad. A few things went against me. The day had started off quite cool. There was a little bit of spitting with the rain, and I thought this was going to be great. After about 2K, suddenly the clouds just split. The sun was beaming down on us. It got quite hot. And I started to feel it a bit more as we hit very slight inclines. I realised just my CV's not quite there, and my legs were feeling a bit heavy. I tweaked my ankle multiple times, quite minor a lot of the time. A couple of times it was really painful, running through a couple of fields, and I was thinking, right, I really need to tone it back. What also didn't help was this bloody thing. At times was telling me I was running a 7-minute K, and I knew that I wasn't running that slowly. I knew I was running between 5 and 6 because that's my kind of steady state running pace. And it would only be when I hit the kilometre marker and it'd beep and it would suddenly tell me I've run a 5:25. So I knew I didn't need to run faster, but equally I just didn't know how much slower I could go. So that kind of gave me an artificial pace, not ideal. And I won't lie, there were a couple of times at around the 7, coming up to the 8K mark, where it was really tempting, even though there weren't massive hills, where I was just thinking, you know what, I could quite easily walk right now and just chill out. But again, that mental resilience piece, I just thought, you know what, if I can get over these slight rises, other people I could see them walking ahead of me. I thought, I'm not tired enough to justify walking, and I'll hate myself at the end if I get over an hour 10, and I know I could have pushed it a bit more. And then the last bit was just a breeze. It was the kind of last 2K was pretty much all kind of gentle downhill, really nice approach into the finish line. And it was only when I stopped and I'd actually got out of the way, collected my medal, and I'm sure delicious non-alcoholic beer for later, that I looked at my watch and saw I'd run a 53:18, something I didn't think I'd be capable of running this early on into my recovery period. So yeah, really, really good. And even if I'd paced myself a little bit better, I don't honestly think I would have improved by that much. Maybe taken another 30 seconds off, which would have bumped me up a few positions. But to finish 41st out of a field of 180 odd, I can't complain at all. That's far above where I would have planned to be. Annoyingly, the guy finished a second and a half ahead of me was in my age category, so after beating him, I wouldn't have been exactly halfway down the pecking order for age category. I would have been 6th. But ankle tweaks aside, pacing, slight issue aside, I'm feeling far more positive than I thought I would. And next time, I'm looking forward to just seeing on a similar kind of course what kind of pace I can set. And equally, how many times I'm going to tweak this bloody ankle before it just behaves itself, mends it, and lets me push a little bit harder. But yeah, if you're at the event and you see this video, please leave me a comment, tell me where you finished, how you found it. Likewise, there are a few people I was chatting to about their Uto vests and their Arctic Fit vests. So if you come across this video just by chance, because I've completely forgot to advertise this channel to them, please let me know if you've run those events with vests, if you think it hindered or helped you at all. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully some more content soon.